Hello, Alex at Cobra Whips here once again. Say you are making a nice bull whip and you want it to be nice and smooth, but the leather you're plaiting with is of variable thickness. Well, instead of cutting your strands to a yoke, as you might be doing, you might not, but the worst way of doing it, come to a yoke, all the strands travel through the thick and thin patches together, and you end up with a wibbly wobbly whip. You can mitigate that by cutting the strands as pairs. One strand goes one way, one strand goes the other way, and you cut the pairs of strands from different points in the leather so that the thin and thick patches even each other out. You end up with something like this, which doesn't have any lumps and bumps, but it does have a ripple to it, where the thick leather is first on top and then underneath, and it's on top again, and then it doesn't become so thick, so it's a bit more even, then another bit is a bit thicker and you get a ripple there. Doesn't affect the handling, but if you want a really nice smooth whip, you're going to have to thin the leather down. Not to worry, piece of cake. Let's go and do it, shall we? Oh yeah. Before we do, let's have a look at the leather to be thinned down. Calipers. Oh yeah, thicknesses of the leather in this workshop are relative to this caliper. So if I need a couple of mils of this and half a mil of that and whatever else, it's all relative to the same measuring device. Just makes for greater consistency. Alright, anyway, what do we got? We have 1 point, that can't be right, 1.7. Damn, that's thick. This is kangaroo skin. 1.3. 1.3. 1.2 and a smidge. Get the drift? Quite variable. 1.3, 1.5, 1.6, something like that. So I want to cut that down to, well, about 1.2. That's handy. I'll show you why. Get a little tube or something like that. This is a 7/8 inch plumbing coupler. Fits over my finger. And some tape. Now I've just had the calipers all over this, and Gorilla Tape seems to be about 0.4 of a mil thick. This masking tape is 0.1 of a mil thick. So let's have half the width by 9 inches. This is not the first time I've done this today. Where's my knife? Okay. I'll have you. Shing. Cut you in half. And create a little gap in the middle of this wee bit of pipe. 1 turn, that's 0.4 mils. 2 turns, that's 0.8. 3 turns, should be 1.2. It probably won't be, because the knife blade, when you see me do it, will probably dig in a little bit. Might take 1/10 of a mil off. Now I'm using a roughly 6 mil strand for this, so I want to leave a big enough gap. Don't have to use tape. I was thinking about gluing paper around it because that'll be a bit more resistant to the knife blade digging in, but I can't be bothered. There you go. There you have a little spacer into which to rest your strand. Oh yeah, when I'm greasing and slicking and pairing, that's where I like my strand to be. But I've discovered that if by moving it down there, that rolls nice and neatly over the pipe, and it stands proud by the amount I'm going to knock off. I was thinking about using a spoke shave for this, but I thought, well, I don't want to go out and buy a spoke shave, do I? Not when this is just so desperately easy to do. There you go. So long as you don't pull the leather up against the knife, it should slice the top off your leather as necessary. without any great problems. Ooh, right. Let's check out the results of that. 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2. Ha! Thank you.